Hi guys, here's another inventory video for you to give you an idea of what we have in stock on the tables right now. It's April 15th, 2022. And one big update here. We are dealing with the mud. We're putting some gravel down, and then the pathways between the tables, we've put some of these pig panels down, but there's still mud. So, wear appropriate footwear, please. Let's go up here and start at this table. I have finally gotten tags printed out. They are still all in a bunch at the beginning of the trays, so when you pick out a plant, please don't take the whole bunch of tags with you. Just take one. We only have 3 blackberries left. Okay, Rugen Alpine Strawberry. We have a decent amount of Jewel coming up. The Ohio Treasure. There are a couple of those that made it through the winter, but not a lot coming up yet at any rate. Flowering Raspberry, Elderberries, Honeyberries. Try and do this a little faster this time. We've got just a few blueberries left, but we are currently potting up a bunch of blueberry cuttings that are not ready for sale yet, but give them about 2 weeks in the pots. Big Life and Sweet Life Gojies. High Bush Cranberry, Aronia, Sweet Scarlet cuttings left, Sweet Scarlet seedlings of the gummy berries, and I found a bunch of carmine cuttings back with all of the summer cuttings from last year that we will be potting up hopefully this week, so we actually will have carmine gummy. Virginia bluebells, lots of ramps still, a few celandine poppies. Let's try and move through here. We've got mints, horseradish, hyssops, bergamot, Allegheny serviceberries, I found some Girardi dwarf cuttings that were potted up last fall. I found those back on the held back table. They are not held back, so we actually have 5 Girardi dwarf mulberry trees on their own roots that are available for sale. A few Viola's lavender, a bunch of Kokuso, and we will have more Illinois of cuttings that we're potting up. The only larger mulberry tree we have left is this one lone Viola's lavender. Alright, the milkweeds are coming up in their pots. The orange butterfly weed and the swamp milkweed, sweetgrass, culinary herbs, chocolate burnet, some coneflowers, tansy, yarrow, valerian, pink hip roses, 1 white hip rose left. We have plenty of flowering quince and more cuttings to be potted up that will be in smaller sizes. We do not have much in the way of persimmons that are really ready to go. Flying dragon hardy citrus. They're still tiny little guys. Got raisin trees that are leafing out nicely. The pomegranates, I'm pretty sure all made it through the winter, but they're not leafed out yet, so those don't sell quite yet. Purple leaf peaches, plums, a few sweet cherries. We have our apples, our larger trees potted up now. We have Liberty on dwarf fruit stock, Liberty on semi-dwarf fruit stock, but not many of those. Molly's Delicious on semi-dwarf. There are a few Sam sweet cherries. Arkansas black apples on semi-dwarf fruit stock. Oh, there's more Liberty on the semi-dwarf fruit stock. just didn't get organized. A couple Asian pear hybrids and a fair amount of Asian pear, not Asian, European pears. Some larger kefir pears. These are Chinese chestnuts, some seedling ginkgos. Some plums. A couple Harlane apricots, but no pollinator for those, sorry. Alright, back here we have tons and tons of pawpaw seedlings, mostly seedlings from improved varieties. We have a few Atwood still left. Oh, probably half a dozen Atwood in gallon pots for 20. There's a Davis there, just a little guy in a quart pot for 16. 275.48. A couple of those and another little Atwood. Josta berries, we've got plenty of those. Lots and lots of gooseberries. Some pink currants, a few red currants left, and a few black currants left, and those two Crandall clove currants. Our big crandall that's in the ground right now is blooming, and you can come smell it. It is amazing. Dickey Meadows basket willow, not quite ready to go yet. Plenty of the orange basket willows, a couple dappled willow, hops, nugget and cascade, cornelian cherries, one pioneer cornelian cherry, and then three larger Julian cornuscusa, the Asian dogwood. That's a pink one. Lots of muscadines that are looking great. We've got Summit, Carlos, Darlene, Supreme, Nesbit, and the European grapes are finally starting to leaf out, and it looks like we'll have a decent selection of those, but I haven't gotten those tagged yet. Sunchokes, good variety, skirt. Plenty of Ken's Red kiwis, some Ananasnaya kiwi, a few acai left. Those we can't keep on the table. The male kiwis. We are still waiting on the maypops to come up before those are sellable. We have lots of ginkgos from cuttings last year. Goldspire, Jade Butterfly, Salem Lady, a few larger ginkgos there in the 2-gallon pots, but those are seedlings. Coming around here, we've got the English walnuts, a fair amount of those in the gallon pots. Some nice heart nuts in gallon pots. A few little butternuts there, a couple little bur oaks. We still have a decent number of these grafted pecans. 2 Okanee, 3 Kanza, and 1 major northern pecans. And then a bunch of seedlings of Kanza pecan, and seedlings of Starking Hardy. Some hickory seedlings. The hazelnuts, the native eastern hazelnuts, are pretty much sold out. We have lots of Jefferson and Yam Hill. Those are seedlings of Jefferson and Yam Hill. We have Chinese chestnuts, a few American chestnuts that may or may not, probably will not be blight resistant. Chances are. Always worth a try. There are a couple grafted Chinese chestnuts, some thornless honey locust, redbud, that's local seed source, one lone Kentucky coffee tree. Don't know if it's a male or a female. The Lespedeza, the pink bush clover, is coming up really nicely. We've got a little bit of red feather clover, bird's foot trefoil there, and the baptisias are coming up in their pots, just starting to, but enough that you can probably find some that are looking good. One dwarf baptisia left there in the 2-gallon pot, and that is it for what's in stock right now. I have a pile of tags here. These tags are for cuttings that, cuttings that are being potted up hopefully in the next week or two. I'll go through those to give you an idea of what we have. We have just 2 or 3 of the Minaj new black currants. Those have been hard to come by. Lots of Mackenzie, Aronia, more Mackenzie, Nero and Viking Aronias. We have tons. There we go, there's Viking, Nero. We have tons of those cuttings ready to be potted up. There's just a couple Blu-ray cuttings. Lots of early blue cuttings back there. Some more Elliott, although we still have those in the gallon pots. Aurora, that's another late blueberry. Nesbit muscadine. Oh, there's a bunch of, we have plenty of those already in quarts, but there will be more of those being potted up. Oh, including Isons. We had someone who was waiting on our Isons cuttings. Those should be potted up hopefully this next week. And again, all of these that are being potted up this next week or two, we like to give them at least a couple weeks in the pot before we sell them. It's good to let them get established a little bit. More muscadines. More muscadines. Let's see. Oh, I have just a couple of the royalty purple raspberries ready to pot up. More Cameo and Toyo Nishiki quince. Oh, and this is an exciting one. Female and male spice bush. I ID'd some spice bush down in the woods when they were flowering last spring, and then flagged them and tagged them and went back during cutting season and got some cuttings from them. They took a long time for the cuttings to root, but we got a decent amount of them, so that is very exciting. And some more ginkgo, Salem Lady, some more Ananasnaya, kiwi, and some more male kiwi. So that is what is coming up in the near future.